Los Angeles completely kill the Bulls in this game. Unfortunately, the Bulls just do not have enough in this game to get the dub. Zach LaVine, despite shooting the ball pretty efficiently, only scores 19 points. Nikola Vucevic leads the way with 20 points, but it's not enough. The Los Angeles Clippers are led by Nicholas Batum with 24 points. Also, Eric Gordon with 22 points. Kawhi also with 16. But overall, turnovers, lack of defending the three-point shot really downs the Bulls in this. And unfortunately, the Bulls lose their first road game in the month of March. We're going to talk about it, break it all down, have some fun, if we can, right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
Tough loss for the Bulls, man. And this is the thing that always is frustrating when it comes to this Bulls team. That every time, they're on the way to make a move, something happens. But, it is what it is. The Bulls lose this game, don't lose any standings or anything. And, they got to go back now with 7 games left on the season. They got to win the most they can out of the remaining 7. Bulls now fall and they drop back to 3 games below 500 with 7 games left to play. We'll see what that means for the Chicago Bulls over that stretch. But, this game was really the turnovers definitely hurt the Bulls. The Clippers' hot three-point shooting, the lack of getting to the 50-50 balls. And it just was what it was. I mean, unfortunately, this is a game that the Bulls could have very well won. And, many of us hope that the Bulls are going to come in and be able to win this game, but they just weren't able to pull it out. Late game, I know it was the second of a back-to-back, all those things, I understand, but I didn't see this. This wasn't a loss to me where it felt like it was a lack of energy, right? At least to me, it didn't feel like it was a lack of energy. It definitely could have been, and that is realistic if the team did not just have the legs, but it was more than that, man. In this game, for example, the Bulls shoot 50% overall from the field. They have 19 assists on 33 made baskets, which isn't bad. They shoot the ball 7 of 20 from three-point range for only 35% there. But when you look at the clips, they took 34 three-pointers. They hit 19 of them. They shot the ball overall 62% from the field, right? It's tough to beat teams. The Bulls also out-rebounded by 8. They had 12 turnovers. Like when you look at just the stats in the box score, I always tell you guys, box score doesn't paint the full picture, but it gets you damn close, especially in tonight's game. It definitely kind of it does display the feel of the game. Outside of that, the Bulls just, not to say that they were seem lackadaisical. I don't know if that's the right word, but they definitely didn't have that edge that we're used to seeing from the Bulls down the stretch of the game. That's for sure. It's unfortunate. It happens. It sucks. It's going to continue to suck. I love this team though, and this team's still playing much better. Since the All-Star break, they got a favorable schedule to end the season. They still sit, now they're a full game back of the 8th spot, but that still isn't something that's insurmountable for them. So they could definitely come in and still, win some games to get in that place. But Bulls right now, let's look at it. They're 3 games above Washington Wizards, 3.5 games above the Pacers. And they're only 1 game below the Hawks and the Toronto Raptors to try to get into that 8th seed. So, we'll see what happens. This is a long, not a long season. It's a week and a half basically left of the season. And how the Bulls fare and finish over this last week and a half is going to be important for whatever the Bulls do in the postseason. Do. I know somebody's going to be, he said doo-doo. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the comments. PB and Pat says, in games like this, putting in Dalen earlier for his energy and hustle was needed. You know what? You make a great point there, especially when it's a second game of a back-to-back. You can tell that your team doesn't quite have the energy. Putting Dalen Terry in there earlier wouldn't have hurt, right? It wouldn't have hurt. It wouldn't have changed or made the outcome any worse than what it was. Nobody could score in the second half. Yeah, that definitely is tough. Ryan Fraley says, this L hangs on Billy, in my opinion. I mean, it's more than Billy, but Billy definitely plays a role in that as well. I think so. Peter says, I really wish Dalen would play more, especially when you need some sort of energy. Hey, you got a guy, a young rookie who's there, who's nothing but energy, right? And he's also a smart basketball player. He's a decent passer. At this point, we just know that pretty much Billy Donovan is resigned to just not playing Dalen Terry this season. That's it's just not going to happen in any meaningful way. Tune 2 says Billy made no adjustments this game. He did nothing but chew gum and stand on the sideline, right? Kind of knew it. Luckily, there is separation still. We just need Hawks, Raptors, and Wizards to lose tomorrow. And if all those things happen and then the Bulls come in and win Wednesday, we're the 8th seed. I'm never predicting the outcome of games again. 2, when this team has no energy, why doesn't Billy put in some of the younger players to give us a little boost? Because Billy Donovan doesn't care about energy. Omar's about to go off. Billy Donovan is an effing idiot. Why the hell was he running the same plays over and over again? I swear I want this piece of ish off of a coach off my team. Hey, man, there's going to be a lot of people sharing that opinion. He can't run no proper plays to save his life, but he can chew on that damn gum all effing day. Billy is an effing B, a disgrace of a coach for this Bulls franchise. Omar is going off. And Io ain't getting off the hook either. 0 for 5 from the field. I love my Chicago natives, but this dude got to go. Okay, Omar just went in. And I don't disagree with much of what you said. Like, this was a tough loss, man. As long as we win Wednesday, I'm fine with. That's from Javier Sanchez. I feel you there. Ugh. Ryan says it's even worse. He went back to the game plans that lost instead of the game plans that won. Can't just expect to play mid-range and win in the modern NBA. Yeah, we stopped shooting threes. Now I don't know if that was Billy or the team, but we found more success when we shoot more threes, and we just got away from that for sure. He is having a sophomore slump like everyone does. Player Kobe didn't play great. Also, the whole team lost. I mean, yeah, I don't think anybody's blaming it just on Io, right? That'd be crazy. You can't blame it just on the bench player. Sorry to keep it PG-13, but I'm over this coach. It's funny. You let Batum and a 40-year-old Eric Gordon cook you. Hey, it sucks, man. DBD says, I'm not liking Io overall, man. He's not good offensively, only in transition. Also, his defense is nothing special. Yeah, man. I really hope that it is just a sophomore slump we're seeing from Io and we come back around. This team is so bipolar, I swear. That's from the Ultimate Rage. How are you going to beat a team that dropped 41 assists on you? Yeah, that's tough, but you shouldn't allow a team to get 41 assists on you. Another one where a player who isn't doing much during the season has a great game against us. Batum was looking like his Portland self against us. Lakers going to want revenge like the 76ers. Oh, boy. Well, hopefully this loss, right, the game between the Bulls can come out with a little bit more energy, a little bit more focus, and just get things done because this was definitely an ugly game, man. Sad performance, man. I don't like seeing this from my team at all. Back-to-back against the 2016 Warriors. It's cool. Bounce back in LA. Kobe and Io have to be better, seriously, but great game by P. Will. Yeah, you like seeing P. Will build this type of confidence. I wouldn't say necessarily a great game. He played really good, though. I like the way that he played overall in this game. And I hope, and I overall from P. Will, I think we just want to see P. Will play like he wants it, man. I think we just want to see P. Will just come out there. Like we've all seen the flashes from P. Will. I don't know too many people who don't understand what P. Will can be. He goes 7 to 8 from the field this game, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Solid, right? Especially in a game where we got out rebounded the way we did. Of course, you would want to see him do a little bit more, but man, listen. Santel, shout out to you. I haven't seen you around here in a minute, man. Thanks for joining us as we look tired, definitely, because I know I am. I know I am. I'm definitely exhausted. I'll tell you right now, this live stream is probably not going to be as long as it usually is. Michael Galileo says, I really don't even know what to say. It was just a bad game by the Bulls. Definitely bad game by the Bulls. It was just not that game. The Bulls could not defend without PG-13. Of course, they're going to move the ball around. They dominated us 20-40 from 3, and 40 assists is too much to give. It's hard to overcome that, especially when you're also getting out-rebounded on top of all of that. DJ Lovelace says, take Io out of the rotation and play Terry Moore. Listen, if it wasn't for this being like us having 7 games left, I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually what may happen at some point. But we don't have enough real estate. I don't see Billy Donovan doing that. And whether it's right or wrong doesn't matter whether that happens. But we got man, this is tough. This game was tough to watch, especially this late. Like it'd be different if this game was at the normal time, man. It's like, all right, cool. Y'all had me stay up late. The game didn't end to midnight for y'all to get y'all asses kicked. This is what we doing. We dropped this game, and on top of that, the Lakers want their get back. So it's possible we drop that one too. I mean, it's possible you drop any of them, right? It's always possible to drop a game, but the Bulls need to come out prepared. The Bulls respond after losses pretty well here lately. So I know the Lakers are going to want their revenge back. I know LeBron is going to want to get Pat Bev back for the too small thing, but you got to keep Hairline James up off you, man. You can't let Hairline James come in there and be trying to kill you. You can't do it, man. So we'll see. We'll see. And also Tony Brothers will not be officiating that game, which definitely helps as well. Brendan L. Jet says, Billy not going nowhere for at least two more seasons. I've been telling you guys that. And it's not happening. It's not happening. There's definitely stuff to clean up, but it was just one of those games where you tip your cap to the Clips and be prepared to bounce back against the Lakers. Hopefully they are. Hopefully they are ready to come out against the Lakers with the energy, because we know the Lakers are coming out with it. You can't get caught slipping with your pants down like you did on that second Philly game. DJ Lovelace says we need to stop double teaming everyone. Listen, you talk to Billy Donovan about that. Let's get Billy Donovan on the phone. Let's ask him why he double teams people, and we'll see what happens. By the way, hold on, wait a second. I think the phone's ringing. Hold on, wait. Hello? Billy, yeah, man. Hey, my listeners were just asking about you, Billy. I got a question for you, bro. I just got one question for you. Please listen to this. All right, Billy, you're chewing that goddamn gum too loud in my ear, bro. First of all, I need you to spit the damn gum out. And I got to ask you a question. So when you notice that the Clippers were going to go off on three, right? And you notice that every time you double team somebody, you left a wide open player at the 3-point line. Why did you continue to run double teams every single play? You said because 2's greater than 1? Yeah, but 3's greater than 2, and that's what you kept giving up. You said you don't worry about math. You didn't pass geometry? That doesn't surprise me. This is simple math, though, Billy. We're not even talking about geometry. This is simple plus minuses. Like, do you not understand that? You said 3-point shooting is overrated? Okay, like, Billy Don, I just got to ask you one question, bro. I just got to ask you a question. Do you and Tony Brothers go to the same barber? Because y'all hairline looking, he hung up on me after the hairline thing. He didn't want to hear from me no more, man. I tried to get the answers for y'all. Billy Donovan didn't want to give them up. Amin88 says, biggest gripe about the game was you knew that the double team in Kawhi was hurting us from 3-point range. Then what the fuck are we continue to the same play? Because Billy Donovan doesn't care about adjustments. Threes win this game. You got to play defense and reply back at the same level. Players like Batum and Gordon look like they prime from 3. You got to step up. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many uncontested threes, and same old Billy chooses gum while making no adjustments. How come Billy was the first choice by Acme when there are better options out there? Atkinson. I mean, listen, Billy Donovan, when he came, let's be real here. When Billy Donovan was signed, everybody looked at that like, wow, the Bulls got their coach. Let me not say everybody as far as in Chicago, but generally. But, at some point, the signing of Billy Donovan when they signed him isn't the biggest question mark to me. It's you gave him an extension after a disappointing season, and you didn't wait to really see how we were going to respond back this season. So, like, it's just you didn't have to give him that extension then. It was weird. How many times has DeMar jumped to another dimension when trying to contest this shot? Hey, I don't think DeMar technically lives in this dimension to begin with. Haize, I like the way you stay calm and detailed no matter how particular that the particular game ends up. I appreciate your wisdom and knowledge. Furthermore, and the fact that you're not simply a homer, go Bulls. I appreciate that, John Collins. I'm a homer. I like to look at things. That's even in real life. Like I always try to look at things from both sides. So, it is what it is there. Should have chosen Atkinson instead of Donovan if you're looking for a coach who develops young players. I mean, I feel you on that. I guess I get where you're coming from, but hey. Bulls need to handle success better. 2 straight blowouts after huge wins. DeMar lives in the 1990s, early 2000s, more than 1990s. I was not excited about getting Billy. I feel you on that one. Feel you. Why do you think they gave him an extension? Well, I've always said this. Right after the extension, I still can't say news came out because it still hasn't been officially announced. Once the extension leaked, if you remember, Billy Donovan had an interview and he says, I talk to Jerry Reinsdorf every single day. Once he said that, I was like, oh, bam, that's why he got the extension. Like, we all know, once you're close with Jerry, you're in. I would not be surprised that even when Billy Donovan does get fired, he's not given some type of front office position. I would not be surprised at that at all. Like, once you're in with Billy Donovan, once you're in with Jerry Reinsdorf, you in for life. You're literally in for life. Omar says, Haize, I love you, dog, but I'm out for the night. This bitch ass coach just ruined my effing night. I got to be up in the morning for work. Catch y'all on the next stream. Peace out, Omar, man. Have you a good night, brother. Overall, this front office viewed Billy as they guy. Even if they made the playoffs and they were committed, they had no choice. They had no choice. They view him as the guy, even if he's inconsistent as a coach. Like I said, I think it's more of a Jerry Reinsdorf thing than it is a AK and Eversley thing. That's just my opinion. King Cap says, no bag Billy. Yep, no bag Billy is back. He had no bag tonight. None. The extension could be for the next 3 generations for all we know. So damn weird. Hey, listen, he might have signed a lifelong contract. Like literally, he's a lifetime contract guy now. Omar, this team isn't worth rage, to be honest. I'm frustrated, but my frustration has limits because this is what I expect of the Bulls. God damn, y'all crazy. I'd rather have Iverson's coach. You talking about Larry Brown? This was tough losses. Okay, we still got some basketball left, and Iowa will be fine after this year. We need to stop as a fan base giving up on our guys. To me, it's just a sophomore slump. Chill. I mean, yeah, but he has to prove that it's a sophomore slump, right? Like, yeah, is it hopefully just a sophomore slump? Absolutely, hopefully it is. When you look at like just what he was able to do defensively, he's not even doing that. So like at the bare minimum, you hope he can get back to that, right? So yeah, let's definitely hope that it's a sophomore slump. But you know, I mean, listen, this is a fan base that has seen some shit, man. So it's kind of hard for some people not to think, hey, this is going to be something that we have to worry about going forward. All Billy needs to know is the reply back to the team that plays well. You cannot have the wrong adjustments. It will be the same and it won't work. I mean, the wrong adjustments, you got to make some adjustments to have the wrong adjustments. Is Billy Donovan even making the wrong adjustments? No adjustments aren't the wrong adjustments. I guess if you look at Billy Donovan, he's probably saying, listen, if I do nothing, they can't say I made the wrong decision. Bitch, what? I'm sorry. I'm trying to clean him up the stream. Excuse my language on that one. I'm sorry. Why are they not telling us about Billy's contract? We stuck with him anyway. Might as well tell us. I told you guys before. I compare it to this. You know how like you have your homie that smashed the ugly chick, but don't want to admit that they smashed the ugly chick? But then the moment they have a pretty chick that come around, they're like, "Oh man, y'all meet my new girl. Like, look at her. She's good. She's great." But when the side chicks that they smashed is ugly as hell, you never hear about those, right? That's what the contract extension was. That was giving your side chick, taking your side chick out on a date. Billy D sucks. The Clips have 2 3-point shooters, and Nick is an average player. Don't double Kawhi. He's not MJ or Kobe. Also stagger Zach and DeMar so one can play more with the second unit. I mean, it's easy to say these things on paper, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be successful. Let's just be honest, right? You can easily say, oh, yeah, just stagger Zach and DeMar, and, we're good there. And it doesn't always work out that way. Like, this is just what, honestly, and I hate to say it, I don't think anything the Bulls would have done to change in this game would have given them the game. Like, this was just a game that the Bulls were just destined to lose. Like, when you just look at it, that the Bulls were not going to win this game. I said it then that the Billy Donovan hire was very bland. AK was not exactly thinking outside the box with that hire. Disagree there. We can't call it a sophomore slump yet. He may have peaked. He may still become a totally different player. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say either way until you actually see the outcome of it, right? Do you think when they chose a coach in Billy Donovan, they look at it more because he was in the national game going into first media market as opposed to whom could or would train up, teach young players? No, I think that they honestly thought Billy Donovan was, because one of the things that they said when they brought Billy Donovan in is they talked about his ability to develop players, and it hasn't happened. So no, I do think that development was a reason they brought him in. It didn't happen that way, right? It didn't happen at all. It's like real talk. It's like if you find out that your current girl, it was a throat goat for everyone that she ever dated before you, and then when you're dating her, she's like, hey, I don't even like to give head. You're gonna be looking like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I brought you here to do a job. This is what I brought you here to do. You not doing that. You can't do the thing that you're known for. What the fuck is you talking about? Right? That's where we are with Billy Donovan right now. That's where we are. That's so foul. Ugly ones give the best brain. I gotta disagree with that. But hey, everybody has their own situation. Oh man. I reminds me of Buckwheat from Little Rascals. Buckwheat didn't always have their mouth open though. Clips are an up and down team, and tonight they were up. But I'm concerned if we can handle the Lakers' best shot, because we couldn't take the Sixers' best shot. And 2 straight losses now is horrible. I mean, listen, it is what it is. This is basketball. It is what it is, man. The Bulls got to be prepared against the Lakers. And let's not act like they've lost it already, right? Let's wait to see how they come out, how they respond to it. But they're in for a long game. Definitely in for a long game. I brought you here for a job is wild. Hey, the thing is, so many people get bad because y'all don't speak up in relationships. You got to literally tell people how you feel. You got to be real. Like, I look at it this way. When you're in a relationship with somebody, if you still are coddling your words, you with the wrong person. You got to be able to look and be like, motherfucker, what is wrong with you? If you don't get down and use your throat in the manner in which I need you to, you are not living up to the expectations that were set there forth in you hiring on the job. Do you remember when you signed the contract? The contract said throat goat authority. You did not live up to it. You got to go. Like, that's it. You got to go. Let's just be real. You got to be real with people, bro. You got to be real, man. It is what it is. This is the only way losses be funny. Haize really be making me feel good after these games. Hey, that's what I'm here for. Since the 2015-16 playoffs, anytime Billy as the head coach made the playoffs, his team were first-round exits, which is the Thunder. Billy is not that guy that is well at constructed teams to win games. Billy's not that guy that is well at constructing. Well, Billy Donovan didn't construct the team, but I definitely feel you. Like, I've said this before, Billy Donovan could potentially be a championship level coach, but you have to have a perfect roster to do that. A perfect roster full of veterans that communicate, and they're going to look at Billy Donovan and be like, that play is stupid. I'm not running that shit. And that ain't us. That ain't us. Billy Donovan's contract is like that busted chick you hit up at 3 a.m. after you went 0-5 at the club. See, ain't never been there and won't ever be there, but I feel you. I feel you. I live in a country called Jordan. People always think I'm talking about MJ every time I refer to the country. The game started at 5 a.m. I guess the whole world is tired from the game, even in the U.S. Oh, we're tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Haize, you saying that Billy has AK and Jerry OnlyFans password? The coach selection is all on Jerry Reinsdorf. They hired Tony La Russa and Billy D, who has never developed players on the NBA level. Listen, I'm telling you right now, Jerry Reinsdorf really thinks he's in the mob. Like, if you get in with Jerry Reinsdorf, you're good for life, man. Like, keep in mind, this is the same ownership that told AK that they wanted him to consider keeping on Jim Boylan. They wanted him to keep on Jimbo. You saw how he killed the confidence of your players. You saw that he was a goofy-ass, bald-headed ass. I'm cleaning up the stream. Let me chill. But you saw that, and you literally looked your new front office in the face and was like, yeah, we want you to change this because the things around here aren't working. But would you keep on boiling? Would you maybe keep him on? No. Yeah, Billy can have a good team, but it's still not him. It's all front office. He had KD, Russ, and they blew a 3-1 lead to Golden State and lost for KD. That's all what I meant. But wait, if you're saying that he had a roster and you're saying it's not him, it's front office, that's not the front office then. That's him. Because you're saying that even him with a team with 2 Hall of Famers couldn't get the job done. So that's not the front office. Like, Billy is not a good coach. The front office can't make him coach any better. You can insulate the roster against him by giving him a better roster, but still, even then, realistic, you can't just overturn, and it's not, poof, let me get you a better roster. Billy Donovan is terrible. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, he keeps keeping my comments. He's smart to do it. Hey, you've been wild. I agree with every comment you made, but I've been trying not to put them on the stream. Oh, man. Amid, that says, oof, hey, Haize, hey, Red fam. I was at the game, and it was tough to watch. The lack of focus, ball movement, and energy. Great to finally see Levine flying live for some plays. And I'm glad you got to witness that part at least. Acme better chill with the continuity shit. Yeah, I feel you on that one. Bulls come out and take care of business Wednesday. We won't even be thinking about this game tonight. Back-to-backs are tough, and Clippers literally couldn't miss is what it is. Yeah, agreed. Definitely agree. Front office makes the moves. Billy coaches the players. Billy makes the succession. It's all the front office that help. What? What you're saying doesn't make any sense. Because I'm sorry. If Greg Popovich has this same roster, I guarantee you the Bulls have 48 wins. Guarantee the Bulls at a minimum have 48 wins with this same roster. Coaching absolutely matters. I don't know what you mean by makes the succession. That sentence doesn't make very much sense to me. But no, coaching still absolutely matters. Another game where Zach's shot kept going in and out. Hate that ish. Yeah, it sucks. And, overall, like, there was more in the first half than the second half, but there are a lot of times where the Bulls players got what typically is their shots, got those looks, but just didn't hit the shot. It sucks when that happens. Continuity is fine to preach if you win the title. We're so far. Great point, Ryan. Like, continuity, if you're on a team that's going on deep playoff runs for like 3 years in a row, it's cool with continuity. You can then say, hey, we feel like we're not that far off. We just need to add and retweak in this. And to a degree, I still do understand the continuity push if they really did think that Lonzo was going to make the return. But you can't preach us on another season of continuity. You can't. And like I said, the Bulls very well are probably still going to make the play-in. I still trust with the way that they've been playing that they can make it out the play-in tournament. But you still cannot run this same team back. You cannot do that again. Real talk, can Io come back to be a decent role player because he's playing bad right now? Yeah, I mean, I think he can. It's up to him to prove it. He just got to go in and own his what he does in the offseason. He has to go in and own it. Plus 4 points taken away from Zach traveling, or he has high 30-point game tonight. I don't think he'll have a 30-point. What did he end up scoring? 19? I don't know if he has a 30-point game, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Even then, it still wouldn't have been enough. So, I mean, yeah, you could take things away. You could say if, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but hey, this is what happened. This is the result. We have a good enough team that we should be competing for one of the top 6 spots, even without Ball. Well, now with Patrick Beverley, I do agree with that. Kobe can buy a basket in the last few games. What do you mean? Last 3 games before this game, Kobe's been balling. Haize, does your dog usually hang out with you in the studio while you're streaming? I always see him chilling in the room. Not always, but I'll say, like, he's old and needy. And so, like, he sees me talking and he's wondering who I'm talking to. Usually, like, if I'm in here editing, or stuff by myself, he wouldn't even be by me. He'd be on the other side of the studio laying down. But since I'm in here talking, he's trying to figure out who I'm talking to. Hey, Leo, come on. You want to say hi? Hey, baby. Hey, my baby. Yeah, there goes my baby. All right, get down. Let me finish the stream. Let me finish the stream, son. There goes Leo. Leo make his run in. If we had Patrick Beverley for the whole season, I honestly say we win 50+ games. I would love to see that. I very much think that Doc Rivers would be in an excellent head coach for the situation in Chicago because, well, let's face it, he's an excellent coach and he's the right mind for Chicago team and city unity. I have my issues with Doc Rivers too. Like, if you like, a lot of Doc Rivers coach teams say similar things to what we say about Billy Donovan towards the end of it. So I don't know if but there is something to be said about just a change in philosophy, and they're very different style coaches. But keep in mind, when Doc Rivers was the most successful, he also had a damn good coach on his bench as one of his assistants in Tom Thibodeau. So if Acme doesn't have Pat Bev on this for the next 2 seasons, I'm going to lose my shit. That's funny. That's going to be a tough team to watch. Say My Name in the building says, we was watching Locked On yesterday. Definitely going to hell for laughing at Tony Brothers' face. At least I'll be holding Haize and Pat's hand, skipping merrily going there. Oh, we roasted the hell out of Tony Brothers. That was by far the most funny episode of Locked On Bulls that we've done since we took over that show. Like, by far. That episode was a classic. Put that down in the Locked On Bulls Hall of Fame. That was a classic episode that we had last night. One of the funnier ones, man. Devin says, why not play Drummond and Vucevic in the same lineup? Spacing. When you have DeMar DeRozan, who already is basically a low post scorer for you with where he gets his points, which has already pushed Vooch out more to the perimeter, you cannot start Drummond out there and have the proper spacing with that combination. The spacing would be terrible. Teams would be able to pack it in against the Chicago Bulls so easily. And you talk about stifling defense, it'll be so easy to guard the Bulls with that lineup. So easy. They just knew they needed to win this game because they about to get run ragged by Memphis. Have you seen the clip 76ers with Doc Rivers, who is my homeboy, but he is overrated. I don't like Doc as a coach because your team has to be perfect. That's what I was saying. It's like the same, almost the same. That like they're different but similar, right? It's like Game and 50 Cent. They're a lot different, but they very similar. Very similar. Pat could barely finish the stream last night. I was ready to fire up the AED. That's funny. Yeah, man. Hey, that was hilarious. That was literally hilarious. Another funny episode on Locked On Bulls was the one where dude came out shirtless. Oh, I forgot about that one. That was crazy. That was a wild episode too. That was a wild episode, man. But yeah, I mean, the Tony Brothers hairline thing, like it literally bothered my soul. Like I literally looked at that and was like, what the hell is that? And then when he said it was Vegeta's hairline, it brought it all home. Like that is absolutely real life Vegeta's hairline. Like in real life, that's exactly what Vegeta's hairline would look like. It's bad. Like you can't overlook shit like that. Like and you got to live with that. That's why he'd be mad. You know what, fuck it. We putting Tony Brothers as the logo for the rest of this. I'll probably only do the stream for another 10 minutes, but there you go. Just look at Tony Brothers being a creep. That's what we had to look at last night. Oh, man, that is funny. Windy City Vid says, I think the Bulls can win 40 games this season. What do you think? Hey, it's definitely in the realm of possibility. Right? That's 4 games left, and we got 7 games left on the season. I definitely think 40 wins is in the realm of possibility. Definitely think that. Hawks and Raptors may still lose tomorrow. Do you think we can still get the 8 seed? Personally, I just don't want to match up with Toronto in the play-in. I mean, listen, I don't. I'm the Bulls matchup against Toronto doesn't scare me. I know that we look good against them, we look bad in them in some other games, but I don't care. I think the Bulls can get the 8 seed. I definitely think it's a possibility. They just got to play well. Tony hairline looks like a road map. Real talk. That is hilarious. Meet in the building says, "What up, bro? I hope everything is good." Hey, we out here living, bro. We out here living. 2 is greater than 3. Is that what I said? I meant 3 is greater than 2. That's funny. Did the Bulls come in too cocky? LeBron James is looking for Pat Bev after saying he's too small. Let's beat the Lakers next game. We got to get that win against the Lakers. We absolutely got to get that game against the Lakers. Wow, is that all his real eyebrow hair? Yes, there's no alterations to that pick at all. None. So, man, that's what I meant. 3 is greater than 2. Okay, I was just about to say, wait, did I say that? Tony Brothers' picture is going to haunt me in my sleep after this game. Damn near Batum's face also. That's so funny. Let me get that off of there. Let's get back to the actual logo. That's funny, though. Oh, man, that is hilarious. Could you imagine waking up and seeing Tony Brothers looking over you? Like if you just fell asleep on the couch and you woke up and he's looking at you like this, I got to shoot you. Like, we're not having no conversations, bro. Like, why would you look at me like that? I got to shoot you now, fam. You got to get shot. The Kings versus Bulls finals would be lit. Listen, if that's I'll tell y'all right now, if that ends up being the finals matchup, I don't know what I'll do, man. That's crazy. But that would be a fun matchup. Too bad the Bulls ain't making it there, you know. Oh, man. Imagine if Tony Brothers had a twin brother, the brother's brother. But all right, y'all, man, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out, man. This loss sucked. The team, they just didn't have it tonight. Let's see if we can get it against the Lakers on Wednesday. Would not be surprised if we're talking about the Bulls going on a 2-game losing streak then, and then the Bulls may win the remaining 6 games of the season. Some crazy stuff like that may happen. It's the Chicago Bulls. Anything's possible with this team. We'll see what happens. We got 7 games left on the season. Let's see what the Bulls can do on the back half of that. Make sure you guys are following the show. Where are my captions at? Follow the show at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullscentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related because of you guys. Like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red if you can, y'all.